Weird sciencey facts that boggle my mind. The most important thing to the human race is energy. Energy is what drives our cars, it flies our planes, it cooks our food, it heats and lights our houses. Energy is what we fight wars over, and energy is what we fight wars with. And with 8 billion people covering every corner of the globe, all consuming energy, we'd assume that humans have to produce more energy than anything else on Earth, right? And while we're here patting ourselves on the back that we as humans can produce bombs that have so much energy they could wipe entire countries off the face of the map, and build power plants that can power cities with millions of people, Mother Nature just chuckles and says, "Hold my beer," and gives us a big spinny storm that we have to name. And yeah, we all know that hurricanes are massive storms that contain a ton of energy. But I don't think many of us comprehend exactly how much energy a hurricane produces. Now, obviously, the force that we all associate with hurricanes is the wind. And a hurricane produces a ton of wind energy. About 1.5 terawatts of wind energy can be produced from a hurricane over its life cycle. That's about a quarter of the electrical producing capacity of the entire human race, of the entire globe, in wind energy alone. But the wind is just a tiny fraction of the energy a hurricane can produce. All the water that hurricanes evaporate and release to create the storm clouds, all the friction from the storm moving, all the rain falling, all of that releases an astronomical amount of energy. And if you were to bottle all of that up, it would be well over 1,000 terawatts. The entire global electrical grid produces 5.2 terawatts. That means a hurricane can produce 200 times more energy than the global electrical production capacity. For comparison, the very first hydrogen bomb, the biggest nuclear bombs that we've got, it had a 10 megaton yield. A hurricane releases 10 megatons of energy every 20 minutes. God, can you imagine if somebody was dumb enough to think you could stop a hurricane by dropping a nuke on it? Good thing nobody's that stupid. Because no matter how big and bad we think man has become, all of our global combined might pales in comparison to the raw power of nature. And that is pretty mind-boggling.